I would like to acknowledge that this video is being filmed on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to their elders past and present, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islander or First Nations people who may be watching this video today. Hi friends, so it is Friday night, the 7th of October, and this is the start of my Books In Sight Melbourne author signing event vlog. I'm processing, I'm a little bit nervous because this is going to be, for me, my first big book signing event, and I don't really know anyone. I'm not going with anyone, I'm going by myself, so I'm still processing that. It's not the biggest event I've been to. I've done Oz Comic Con and I've done VidCon here a couple of times as well, so I've been to big events, but this is sort of the biggest event I've been to in the last 2.5 years, so a little bit nervous. I thought I would start the vlog tonight because the event is tomorrow. I'm going to be getting everything ready tonight. I'm going to be reading one of the books by one of the authors that is going tomorrow that I only just got yesterday, which I totally forgot that this was coming and that it was by an author who was going to the signing event, so it's kind of good timing, and it's a paranormal why choose book, so I thought that would be fun to read. So I thought I would go back through over all of the stuff that I'm taking. I did a little bit of this with my members vlog last week, I think, but I thought I would show everyone anyway. I've got my book cart and everything sorted and ready to go, and I've got to work out the timetable for the trains. So yes, I'm excited and a little bit nervous because I'm not a people person. Me and peopling is awkward. I'm a very awkward person. This could be interesting. I'm gonna redo the pink in my hair just because, one, it'll make my hair look really nice because there's a mask in the pink as well, and then I will update you guys after that. Okay, so the hair has to sit for 30 minutes before I wash it out, so in the meantime I'm just going to show you the things that I'm taking with me tomorrow. First up is my wheelie cart, which I love, and it has a lid, which is nice because I suspect that tomorrow it's going to rain because it's been raining non-stop since like 11 o'clock last night. I will more than likely sit the lid inside. It does hook onto here, but I'm worried that it's just going to get knocked and fall off, so I might just keep it inside during the day. Although in the morning I am planning on packing this up into a bag and just carrying it in a bag before I get there, and then setting it up just to make it easier to travel with. I'm that extra person who made themselves their own little lanyard to wear with their name on it and all of my social details. This is one of the little business cards that I made. So these do have all of my details on them. I'm really happy with how these turned out. They look really cute. Like I said, I'm taking some money. I am taking my cards as well, but I thought cash would be easy. So those of you who haven't seen Australian money, this is Australian money. It's plastic and colourful. This is going to be the journal that I'm taking to get signed by the authors who I'm not collecting pre-orders and things from. So this is just a Cricut cutout, which I did a terrible job of weeding, but you know what, it's all good. So I did put another one in here. That's just to throw in the front of some books that I'm taking with me. I've only got 2 that I'm actually bringing. And this is the Books In Sight Melbourne cover page. And then in here I've got the author list. This has changed somewhat since I printed it out last weekend, but that's totally fine. These are my pre-orders. This is the roadmap for the day, so all the authors and which tables they're on, and things that I need. I've already highlighted the tables that I've got pre-orders and things that I need to pick up. We do get one of these on the day, and there is a bit of a treasure hunt if you get everything initialed by all the authors. There's a competition. But yeah, I just thought I would use this and get authors to sign and maybe recommend a book or 2 or something like that that I could check out. And then the 2 books that I'm taking, I have a physical copy of The Kite by N.R. Walker. I am picking up 2 pre-orders while I'm there, but I wanted to bring this one because I did actually own it. And then the second book I'm taking is the one I'm reading tonight, which is Reverie and Redemption by Kaydence Snow. So hopefully I'm going to read it and, you know, tab it up and then take it with me tomorrow. Also, Brie wanted to see the space tentacle tights that I ordered. So this is them. They're pink and purple all the way up the top. But yeah, they're kind of funky and I really like them. So I know this is not a great angle, but yeah, we're not going to get into my body issues on camera, but I do like these. Okay, so pink's in. Again, this is terrible lighting for it anyway. It looks really bright, so I'm happy. But I just wanted to let you know that I did finish Reverie and Redemption, which is by Kaydence Snow. This is the book that I got in a book box this week, which I'll show you in a minute because I won't do a proper separate unboxing. It's from Romance Cartel, which is an Australian romance book box service. So I found a few as I've been, you know, learning a little bit more about the indie romance scene here in Australia, which is great. And they happen to have a box and this sounded intriguing. And having finished it, I really liked this. So it is a paranormal why choose story, which is, you know, perfect for October, but it is about a woman who her entire life has been sleepwalking, and whenever she wakes up after sleepwalking, she finds out that someone close to her has fallen into a dream state. Essentially, they're not able to wake up. A few people have died, but some are still in comas, and some eventually wake up like years later. And everyone in town, like, she's the town pariah because everyone thinks that she's connected to it. She's seen as the weird person, but she kind of just lives her life. And then at the start of this book, she is sleepwalking and she wakes up in the middle of the forest and she hears this voice telling her to wake up. As she goes about her life, she starts hearing these 3 male voices talking about her, and then eventually they realize that she can hear them. And initially they think she has something to do with all of these people going to sleep, but then they get to know each other, and it was good. Like, if you like The Mistwalker and The Nightmare by Regine Abel, or you like Sing Me to Sleep with that idea of dreamwalkers or nightmares or things like that, like, it's very interesting because we don't quite know what's going on. And I was reading some reviews and some people going, oh, we actually felt really bad for the villain of the story. And I totally get that when you get to the end. Like, it's actually quite heartbreaking. I was very pleasantly surprised, really enjoyed it, and I'm very, very excited that I can at least go and see another author and say, I've actually read one of your books, and get her to sign it, because this was great. And hopefully she's got other things out there. I think I was having a really brief look at her back catalogue, and there's at least one romantic suspense that I'm intrigued by. I think she's got some new adult-y stuff, which is not necessarily my thing, but the romantic suspense looks okay. So we shall see. I'll get her advice on where I should go next after this, but this is perfect for October, especially if you like Why Choose books, because I liked all of the characters a lot. So as I said, this is the book. This is a special edition cover. It's got beautiful foiling on it, front, back and side. And this is the box that it came in from Romance Cartel. I actually did a TikTok, so all of the wrapping and everything is gone. So there is this mug, You Are My Favorite Daydream. There is a sleep mask saying Sweet Dreams. Obviously this box is all themed around sleeping and dreams and whatnot. There are some wax melts. Then there is a bath bomb, which I can't use because I don't have a bath, but I will give that to someone who will very much enjoy it. There is a bookmark from the author and it is signed. There is also a Romance Cartel bookmark that has the gold foiling on it. I'm not going to read the quote, but you guys can read it. That was hilarious, the scene that was in. It did come with a sticker with the author's signature, but like I said, I'm going to take the book to the signing and get her to sign it there. And then the last item is this little enamel pin which says Dream. This was everything that was in the box, and I love the blue. Like, this is the first box that I've seen where the color palette is entirely consistent for every item. Like, it's awesome. So as I said earlier, I've folded up the cart. I've put it in this bag. It's a Halloween bag, so I'm probably going to get some looks here, but you know, whatever. I've also got my umbrella in there, and this is a second tote bag that has the 2 books that I'm taking, as well as I think I threw the extra business cards in here, and I've also got some big Ziploc bags in case I need to put books in them so they don't get wet, and another extra bag as well in case I just need to line the sides. But I'll also use this big thing to help keep the water out of the cart. And then this is the bag that I'm taking. So mostly I've got my snacks in there, including chocolate and some popcorn and mandarin. And I'm gonna have some dry biscuits. If I can, I'll go and get lunch somewhere. I've got things like mints, plus my charger, yeah, my book, my pencil case, some drinks. I appreciate that I might be excessively thinking about this, but it's just to stop my anxiety about getting there and being completely overwhelmed. So yes, this is me talking through my process and dealing with things in the best way that I know how to do it. I've got to go to bed soon because I'm going to need some sleep, but I'm going to double check the train timetable. I've only got general admission, so I'm not in the VIPs. VIP opens at 9, general admission goes in at 10, but I think general admission can register from 9, so I'm going to try and aim to get there somewhere between 9 and 9:30. I will try and take some footage while I'm in there. I'm going to try and do it on my phone now that I have a phone that actually has space to record video. So fingers crossed that I can get some. I don't know necessarily if I'll do stuff with the authors. I don't know if I'm at that stage, but I will share whatever I can with you guys, and even if I get photos and stuff like that, I'll pop it in here. But then I will definitely do a clip after with the things that I picked up, like all my pre-orders, and if I get any cool swag or stuff like that. Good morning. I'm about to head out. I'm wearing a dress and super comfy shoes. It's gonna be a lot of walking. Okay, let's get this done. So I may have underestimated how much space I would need to carry things. Carting all of this back from the city on public transport, I think I've injured myself, but you know what? It's fine. It's all in the name of books. I'm going to switch cameras and just show you what I got while I remember, because yeah, I'm gonna need to start sorting this out. I am one exhausted, peopled out person, so this could go any which way, but we're gonna do it now. Also, can you see the Halloween koala on my shelf? Very excited about that. Hopefully I'm gonna have some energy tomorrow and I'm gonna do my Halloween decorations. Okay, hi. I am back from Books In Sight. You guys would have seen all of my clips, and I thought before I completely lose my mind and can't figure out what's going on, I would share with you my haul. So there are a lot of books here because I had absolutely zero self-control, but considering this is my first Australian signing and my purpose for this was to meet as many Australian romance writers and to talk to them about their books and to have things to be able to share with you guys, that was the point. And I saved up for this. I expected to come home with a lot of books, and I came home with even more because I won a raffle, and I was not expecting that, but it was really nice. It was a nice way to end the day. So I will grab that and show it to you. So this is not how it came, but I had to put it in here because it fell off my cart while I was walking back to the train station, and I was crossing a road. It was not pretty. Anyway, it came with a Kaydence Snow book bag, which you guys will remember. I read Kaydence Snow's book last night, and this was all beautifully wrapped, but obviously it fell and broke. So essentially it is a basket of books, some from authors who were there and some authors who weren't. There is a little novella rule breaker by Lila Rose. I don't know if these guys are all Australian authors. I will check afterwards, but I'll leave all the authors listed down below and I'll put an Australian flag next to them if they are Australian. There is another one by Alex Grayson. This is Forevermore Love, or Love Forevermore, and this one is signed. There is Breathless by J.A. Melville, also signed. There is a little anthology, It Started With a Kiss. This is Kathy Johns, C.J. Wells, J.A. Collard and Stacey McCoy. So C.J. Wells and J.A. Collard are the two Australian authors who put this event together. So it's nice to have one of their books. I did get a chance to see them and tell them that they did such a fantastic job. The event was awesome. So I did get another Kaydence Snow book. This one is Vital Found. This is the Evelyn Maynard trilogy. So this will be fun because I did really like her book and I would like to try another one. There's some little swag, some stickers. This might be a necklace. It looks like a little infinity necklace. There is Torn by Cadence Dowds. That has also been signed. Annabelle Part 1 by C.J. Wells. So again, one of the organisers. Oh, so two more C.J. Wells. So Dare to Love, which is Texas Boys 2, and Crave, which is Bianchi Empire 4. So that's awesome. And then, oh, there's an enamel pin. You guys know I love enamel pins. This one says coffee and books, and even though I don't drink coffee, I will add it to my pin collection because I collect enamel pins. So that was the raffle prize. They had about 10 of those, and then they also had a $2 raffle, which was just mystery books that were wrapped, which was pretty cool. I suppose I should probably talk about the event before I grab anything else out. So this was held at the Grand Hyatt in Melbourne, which is on Collins Street. It's one of our hotels. They basically had their Mayfair ballroom, which was a centre space with two little wings that were up a couple of stairs. Really nice space, really well spaced out with all the authors. So sort of in the wings, there were 7 to 8 authors, and then in the centre space were the rest. There were around 43 authors in total. So they had authors all around the outside of the big centre ballroom, and then they also had authors that were in the centre, and I think they probably had maybe 12 authors sort of in a square in the center. So you walked around and you got to see everyone. It was really well organized. There were only a few little lines for a couple of authors, and they're just probably more well-known authors. You didn't really have to wait to talk to anyone. Like if you were waiting for maybe like 5-10 minutes. And you got to have a good chat with people. It was really lovely. Everyone will be proud of me, my little insecure self. I talked to every single author. They had a giveaway where if you got your sheet signed by every author and some of the vendors, then you could go into the prize to win a $50 Amazon gift card. I left before they drew that, so if they called my name out, it will go to someone else, but that's okay because I won a raffle prize, and if my name had been called out, I was probably going to say give it to someone else. But yeah, it was really cool, and I think it was a nice way to get people to go and talk to all of the authors, and everyone was super lovely. When I was talking to a lot of them, I was just saying, you know, this is my first big Australian signing sort of thing. I've done a lot of individual authors, but nothing quite this size. Quite a few of them are going to Rare next year, so we were talking about that because I said I was going to that. And there'll definitely be authors that I go back and have another chat to because they were just so lovely. Off the top of my head, N.R. Walker is just a delight, and Louisa Masters was so lovely. She was one of the first people that I spoke to, and I had some pre-orders from her that I'll show you in a minute, and she was just so warm and funny and just absolutely lovely to talk to. And there's another author who I think Brady, who I kind of went up to just because I was getting my sheet signed, and then ended up talking to her, and she was super lovely. So like it was just a really nice atmosphere. There were a few people who were there on their own. Most people were sort of with someone else, so it would have been nice to be there with someone else. But honestly, I had such a good time. I did take my breaks and just go out and sit in sort of the center space and just chill out for a little while and eat some food and just sort of decompress while I was waiting till 3 o'clock when they were doing the raffles and all of that. The event was also supporting a charity here in Victoria, Backpacks for Kids, which puts together emergency backpacks of products for kids who basically go into emergency housing, which was a really lovely charity to support. I will leave them linked down below. They were taking donations on the day. I actually did a donation online last night and donated money for a backpack, which includes things like clothing and underwear and essential toiletry items and toys and blankets and anything that kids might need. And they also had the founder of Backpacks for Kids, Victoria, there, and she gave a little talk just before 3 o'clock. I suppose I should get back to the things that I acquired. So I did have quite a few pre-orders, which are now at the bottom of the pile. We're just going to go with the stuff that I pulled out of my red tote, and then we'll go through everything else that was in the cart. So one book that I got signed that I didn't purchase there was Reverie and Redemption that I read last night, and Kaydence signed it for me, and like she didn't have these ones on sale, so when she saw it, she's like, it's so pretty, and I'm like, I know, it's so gorgeous. But she was super lovely to talk to as well. Another author that I talked to who, you know, I wasn't actually planning on buying a lot of books. Like I had money there to get things if I saw them, but you know, when I was talking to some of them can sell themselves. It's great. Anyway, Michelle Summers was talking to me. She has paranormal and romantic suspense books, and this one was Lethal in Love, and it's the Melbourne Murder series. So it's set in Melbourne. It is a female investigator and it's romantic suspense. I went, I'm sold. I'm all about that at the moment, especially set in Melbourne. I was very excited to get that. And then under another pen name, she is M.L. Winters. And this is Her Biker's Bite, which is a vampire MC, I think. We were talking about the other one and I was umming and ahhing over this and I just went, you know what, give it to me. It's October, I'll read it. Then there is Roommates Don't Kiss and Tell by Caz May. This is the first book in a series. It is a Why Choose one. And Caz was one of the first authors that I talked to on the day. So I was having such a great chat with her and her assistant. And in the end, I'm like, you know what, let's pick one and I'm going to read it so that I can talk about her books. She also gave me some little swag, which, to be honest, I think what I'm probably going to do with all the swag, because there is so much of it, is probably just put it all down and film a little overview. But, you know, stickers and bookmarks and all of that sort of thing. So I thought that was really nice. I also spoke to Rebecca Barber. She has AFL romance books. I have marked on my Kindle. I haven't read it yet. Anyway, I saw her to get my sheet signed, and then she also had little chocolates made. This one got a bit smushed in my bag and a bit melted, but it just says Rebecca Barber on it with a really cute little design, which I thought was such a cool idea. And also free chocolate. And this is not book related at all, but one of the vendors there was Sparkalicious, and she had these really cute little ears. They're like little little ears. And I'm like, I have to have some because, I mean, how could I not? And the prep kids are gonna absolutely die when I wear these one day. And my boss is gonna roll his eyes at me, but I will love this. I have another paranormal romance. This is Where the Wind Blows by L.H. Edwards. So it's a shifter fairy tale retelling, and I'm very excited to read it. Pretty much a lot of what I picked up was paranormal books because I'm like, it's October. So there's more swag from various authors. I really loved this holographic bookmark from T.L. Smith. So I did grab one. And a lot of the times I sort of grabbed business cards and postcards and bookmarks just so I could remember things that I was interested in. I also pre-ordered a copy of Blood Kiss by Keri Arthur, which was one of the first Keri Arthur books that I read. This series is one that I'm really enjoying. She signed it for me. And then there was a whole bunch of swag in the bag that I got. So there were bookmarks, there was a pen, badge. I think this is a lip gloss. This is super cute. This is it gonna focus? It's a little bookmark, little ribbon bookmark. I used to make these. I keep wondering whether or not I should get back into making bookmarks with little charms on them, but you know, maybe one day. So the next thing I pulled out is the actual little bag that I got from the event. So this was the bag for general admission. So there was a little lip balm from Kathleen Kelly, who was also hilarious. I loved having a chat to her, and I'm definitely going to be picking up some of her books. There is a Books In Sight Melbourne keychain, a pen. There is a Books In Sight Melbourne bookmark with all of the authors and all of the sponsors. That's the word. Promo card for a C.J. Wells book and a lollipop. All right, what's next? Okay. This was a total impulse buy, like most of this, but they had Books That Say There as one of the vendors, and they do, you know, those books, the book art where you fold the pages and it says something. The owner actually makes these books. So they're made specifically to make book art. They don't have words on them, and they have beautiful silver edges. And she was selling them, and every page has the fold lines on it, so you just literally fold following the instructions. And I thought this could be something cool for me to do while I'm trying to train myself to read audiobooks or listen to audiobooks. And I got the one that says Dream, and because I bought one, I got a free gift of another one. If it's the same one, it'll probably be a gift. Oh no, I should have bought scissors. It's a different one. And this one is the one that says Believe. Anyway, I thought now that I have my other bookcase and the top of it's going to sort of be display-ish, that these might be kind of nice. I hope you all realise why you can't take me to book events. So I also met N.R. Walker, and I told you she was, you know, really, really lovely. And I took The Kite to get signed on the day, but I had pre-ordered the other 2 books that I read, which were Upside Down and Tello Wood. As I was telling her about the fact that this was the first one that I read, and it's still a favourite because it just makes me feel so warm and fuzzy and cozy, and it was just absolutely adorable. And I loved it. And I have a Soup Crew member, and so this is a badge and this is a magnet, and there's also an N.R. Walker pen. And if you know Upside Down, the Soup Crew Club are the people who ride on the bus with the heroes of the story, and I thought this was hilarious. Then I was talking to Jakki Frances, who is another author. We got started talking because she makes book sleeves, and so I bought myself one because this one's a little bit bigger than some of my other ones, and it's a very cool pattern. Very me. And then she was talking to me about her paranormal romance, because she writes a whole lot of different things. And usually when you went up to a table, everyone said, so what do you read? And I'm like, I read a little bit of everything. What do you write? And they're like, I write a little bit of everything. I'm like, perfect. She has this series called Mountain Magic, which is all set in Victoria. And this one is a sapphic witch story. It takes place just before the Black Saturday bushfires. And I thought, this would be a perfect one to try. I was looking at all 3 in the series. This one was the 3rd one, but she said you can kind of read them in any order. I also had picked up my pre-orders from M.J Scott. So there is Wicked Games, Wicked Words, and Wicked Nights, which is the only one I haven't read in the trilogy. And I'm very excited to finish off that series. It is the Tech Witch series. It's really cool urban fantasy with romance. And then this was the Ida Brady book I bought, Before You Were Mine. This is Teacher Chronicles. And I did say to her, I did ask her, I said, what do you mean by Teacher Chronicles? And it just happens to be that one of the characters in every book is a teacher, and she used to be a high school teacher. So I thought I would give this one a try, contemporary romance. This one is a single dad romance. So very eager to try that one. And then a little fridge magnet swag. Way back when I was talking about the Michelle Summers books, she also had cookies. I'm like, perfect, I'll take a cookie. And then we have my Elle Thorpe pre-orders. Yes, I was that person. So you guys might remember I talked about Start a War by Elle Thorpe, which is Why Choose MC/Sex Club/ etc. But I did pick up the rest of the trilogy, which is Half the Battle, and it ends with violence. Because I read Start a War and realised that it was a follow-up series to another one, I also got the very pretty special foiled covers for the St. Few Prison series. So there is Locked Up Liars, Solitary Sinners, and Fatal Felons. And my favourite character so far from this series is apparently in this series. So I wanted to have both, and I did really like it. Like, I sped through reading it, so I know that I'm going to enjoy these. And then I was looking at her contemporary romance books. I didn't buy any, but I was very, very tempted. That said, Elle Thorpe is going to be at Rare next year, so plenty of opportunities. And the best thing about being at Rare next year is that I'm actually staying really close to the convention centre, so I can literally go see people, drop stuff in the hotel room, come back, do it all again, and then put everything into a suitcase. And worst case, if I don't want to train it back, which I may not want to, is I just get a taxi back to my place. There is also a bunch of swag and bits and pieces from Elle Thorpe. I love all of her branding is llamas, because her family have a llama farm, and she had a llama t-shirt. It's really cool. And then there's a bunch of stickers as well, and a pen. Then there's the bag that I broke. So I pre-ordered this from Tanya Nellerstein, which is a dark romance anthology, and I'm looking forward to reading it. I got some more badges from Megan Lowe, and I did buy the first book in her Rocking Races series. So this has just had a cover rebrand, and this one is about a racing team, and I thought that would be really fun. I think this one is also set in Australia. Then I picked up a little novella series called Pagan Pleasures, because they had beautiful foiled covers. Again, October, witches. I want more witchy books. They're all beautifully, beautifully foiled. So very excited about that. But Liliana Rose is also a children's book author, and so I picked up one of her books to take into the classroom, and we were having a big old chat about teaching. She was also a high school teacher, and yeah, we were chatting for quite a while about teaching and teaching little kids and, you know, the importance of stories. So absolutely love this. Very excited to read those. Then we have my Louisa Masters pre-order. I did, you know, read back-to-back 5 of her books, and I decided to buy them because they're paranormal romance and I want more paranormal romance books on my shelf. So there is Demons Do It Better, One Bite with the Vampire, Hijinks with the Hellhound, and Sorcerers Always Satisfy. And she's so cute because she's put all the little stickers, the sticker swag, inside all of the books. So I've got to go through and have a look at all of them because I haven't done that yet. And then she also gave me a little fridge magnet, and this one says, focus. And also I got the spin-off series. So there's Dragons Ever After, The Dragon Experiment, and The Professor's Dragon from the Hebe Dragon series, which follows on from this one. I have read the first book in that one already. My October reading is well and truly set. So I also visited Corinne Mazille because I had pre-ordered her winter subscription box. So she does a subscription box as well. And then I also picked up a book from her as well. Oh, this is so cute. I hadn't seen this swag. So she included some earrings, and then the book that I bought was A Christmas Fairy Tale. This is a little novella. I think it takes place in maybe in one of her series, but I thought this would be great for Christmas time. So her subscription box is Big Book Nerds. She's like, I'm so sorry because we didn't put all of the extra packing stuff in here. And I'm like, totally fine, because I don't want to have to deal with the extra packing stuff. So this is her box. So there's some stickers, and then there's a pen. There is a beanie that says Big Book Nerds. Oh, this is so cool. This is like a stress ball, but it's a book. That's awesome. There's a little pin, which I don't know if you're gonna be able to read. It says, books have seriously ruined me for men. There is a little coaster. There's another sticker that I grabbed. Actually, no, I grabbed some of these stickers and we threw them in the box. I also grabbed a pen. I liked this one because it was square and it feels really fun. There is a mug. Totally should not be wearing this beanie. It is not that cold here. So that's the print. Books Have Ruined Me for Real Men. That'll be fun on the bookshelf. And the 3 books that came in the box are My Escort by Kia Carrington Russell, Reclaim by Cassie Leyland, which has some swag and has been signed. And this is a shifter book. It's a bear shifter. Told you my October is set. And Saving Wren by Leslie Jones, which has also been signed. And then the very last thing, like I promise, this is totally the last thing I had pre-ordered, was the t-shirt for the event, which has all the author's signatures on it. So I thought that would be a fun keepsake, and I think I got it large, extra, what did I get? Extra large. It's not like one of the really high neck t-shirts, so I'm very excited to have this. Actually, no, I lied. I forgot to show you something, and I just have to show you because it's funny. And the reason I forgot to show you is because I went to show the t-shirt. So the t-shirt was done by Certified Printing, and they also had some other bookish merch there. I got this bookmark because I loved it a whole lot, and then they had little bookish sticker packs. So I'm very excited to see the kind of stickers that are in here. Guys, I seriously had a really great time, even though, you know, I didn't really know anyone and I didn't really have anyone to talk to aside from when I was, you know, talking to authors, but still, it was fun. And now that I've done one, I know I can go back and talk to other authors. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I will put some footage of all of the books. I'll put them out on the bed and tidy everything up so that you guys can see what I got. It was really fun. Like I'm really glad that I did it. I'm really glad that I have all these authors that I can now check out. I'm going to basically go and buy ebooks from people so that I've got them. And I know that they're in my rotation, especially for next month. Words, I'm kind of done. But I had a great time. So yes, I will definitely leave all of the authors that were there in the comments below, just so you can check them out if you're interested. And yeah, stay tuned. I will probably be reading many of their books in the coming months, so you'll hear a lot more about them. I don't know what kind of shambles this will end up in when I go to edit it, but I'm now going to mentally prepare myself for Rare next year, because I think it's going to, like, that's easily 5 times the size of this one, so it's going to be huge. Thank you for watching. I will chat to you guys in the comments. I hope that wherever you're in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.